What is that card on?
I
What
was
art is that?
I was going to ask you the same thing. I don't recognize that card.
It's some fairy.
Is that like a redone Archmage maybe, or like a
What's that card even called?
Yeah,
Glenalundra?
yeah, Glendolindra Archmage. That's like when I think of Fae, or is that like,
Did that card ever get a promo?
well, it got a reprint in a recent Masters with new art. I know that one much.
Looks kind of the new the Yuma Glenalundra looks like an old grandma kind
Okay,
of.
that's not a. This looks
This
like a
looks like
cyber grandma.
this looks like Boob Armor Warframe. This
Yeah,
is a
holy.
Warframe with hair.
Okay, yeah, you're right. That's definitely a boob armored warframe, which
It kind of looks
is.
like Boob Armor as done by Therese Nielsen.
What is
Is
with
like the
the,
colors.
like? Okay, so the headset thing makes me think like half Netrunner, half Videlkin, but then there's these Fey wings, and that's what you're,
Hmm.
you know. Sweet. Got mouse, got people here. See, everybody's here. Great. I'm here, and Gnome's here.
I'm Gnomebitten. Wait, what? Cloud Blazer Redux? What was the other Cloud Blazer?
I don't
Which
know
is
if
this?
that's.
Which well, Cloud Blazer, you know,
Well,
because
yeah,
it's
yeah,
Mold
yeah,
Drifter.
but I don't know what Cloud Blazer Redux could mean.
Me either.
Like,
It's a Digimon. Okay.
all right. Anyway, as the text in the top left might tell you, Vintage Cube is around, which is my favorite Cube experience.
It's probably the best cube that it's certain. Okay, I don't always like Vintage Cube because sometimes Vintage Cube is too stupid, but I usually do like it especially compared to their other badder
Like,
cubes.
I'm a fan of Legacy Cube. That one's also good.
Hmm.
I don't like Modern Cube because it just feels too much like,
It feels
if
like an underpowered
if I'm being
Legacy
honest,
Cube.
it feels like a worse version of the Cube I already own.
Yeah,
And like, if I wanted to do that experience, I would just draft my own cube. Ah,
they're
thank you, Anthony, for the sub, and Cuboid for the sub as well. Please enjoy your slimes and skulls. So, the cube does have single elimination 8-person pod available. We're not doing that mostly because it makes for a lot of dead air.
yeah. We might do one at some point, but not right now.
Yeah. If you are planning on doing this, if you're looking to play Vintage Cube, I recommend playing it that way. It's great. Anyway, let's jump on in. I see a lot of skulls. I see.
There we got the skulls.
Yep, we got 7 people in the queue. All we need is one more to show, and we'll be able to start. So yeah, what this means, we're doing Swiss. We'll be playing against people who are not in our pod necessarily. Below the cut is Future Imp. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna make a quick recommendation.
Sure.
This is now where it's flaring. Just change the screen share window to OBS.
Yeah,
Just
because it's not. I know.
it's Moto's dumb. Putrid Imp, A under the cut. I don't believe
Yeah,
Putrid Imp is.
Future Imp under the cut. I see. So let's talk about power here. I see Treachery. I see Rafellos. I see Thalia.
My okay, here's where my eyes go from, and we'll compare notes after.
Sure.
Mox Diamond,
Yep.
Sneak Attack,
Yeah.
Rofalos, and Treachery are both tight for me.
So Treachery if we're talking Legacy Cube, Treachery is my number one. There is no card in the cube, Legacy Cube, that I would pick over pick one, pack one Treachery.
Except I'm bribery maybe.
No,
but
no,
Treachery definitely.
for me, like if I
For you personally,
literally
yeah.
if I had a list of every single card, Treachery would be the one I would pick.
You ever
However,
had
I don't think
Sneak
that's
Attack?
true in here. I want to do Sneak Attack because I think that leads to a really interesting deck that we haven't tried.
What would happen? Okay, here. Okay, Time Walk is power.
That's an auto. I feel like that's an auto pick, especially because blue is the color we probably want to pair with Sneak Attack. I'm sad because that means we're passing Ulamog. However,
This is not. This is the lesser Ulamog to Sneak Attack.
yeah, but yeah. So the reason I say that is because in Legacy Cube, you do have unfair plans, but a lot of them are creature based, so Treachery is good against all of them. In Vintage Cube, you have a lot of decks where Treachery is sitting there as a dead card in your hand. If I got past the time walk, that means they might have had other power. This, obviously they could have had Moxen, they could have had Lotus, they could have just not wanted to.
I'd pick Recall over Time Walk, I think,
Yeah,
pretty solidly.
Lotus as well.
I think I would pick Soul Ring over Time Walk.
Other cards in
easily
here
as well.
of note that I would want back. I would want Fauna Shaman back.
Fauna Shaman for sneak attack, Vamp Tutor.
Vamp Tutor with sneak attack would be really good.
Depending on the kind of deck, something like Bonfire or Gonti could even be fine. Gonti's fine for is this Big Chandra, Battle Ball, Kozilek, Prime Time.
I'm feeling if we're gonna go in on sneak attack and such effects, Kozilek is one of the strong ones, right? Like that's a
Kozilek's going. Also, Woodfall Primus.
Yeah.
You get both. You get to keep it.
you get to keep it and you get double destroy. So you give up. You turn Annihilator 4 into
double Stone Rain, kind of. I think Kozilek's probably the pick. Primus is a little easier to cast. I guess you were actually picking something to cast. It would be Prime Time, but I'm liking any of the big options here.
Yeah, I like all of these. Even Mirror Battlesphere is nice because it leaves a board presence.
Yeah, Kozilek does return to deck, so if we get that Fauna Shaman, you can do some stupid things where you turn any creature you draw into a Kozilek to sneak attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the Kozilek, knowing that it could be better as there's a couple different options there.
Speaking of their survival,
that's literally the version of
it's that but better.
So I think the color combination for this deck is pretty solid, and this makes sense. Black is the only other color I would consider in here. We have this is Amonkhet block Liliana.
She's okay.
This is Duretti with +1, make a defender artifact, -1 to sack an artifact for destroyed artifact or creature, -6 to choose an artifact in a graveyard or an artifact on the battlefield and copy it 3 times.
It's just a little better than normally. That guy looks a little stinky, but artifacts are extremely good in this cube, so this guy's pretty good.
Well, I think it's worse than the other one. I feel like the other Duretti is the stronger Duretti because but I like survival. Sack Tribe stands out to me. Coercive Portal stands out to me. In a different world, him does, but that's a different world. That was like where we picked like Vamp Tutor or something.
Also, I think Sack Tribe's better. But shoutouts to Spiral of Canal as a possible other thing.
Yeah, Spiral of Canal's real. The reason I like Sack Tribe, the reason I like Sack Tribe is because it is a ramp spell that's also late game survival of the fittest.
It's you could also flash it in with sneak attack to block and sack if you really.
Oh, that sounds like the worst idea in the universe.
I mean, it's something if a creature doesn't have tramples attacking you.
Portal and Finks are also strong cards. Portal is just a draw card every turn. We do want more fixing for this. Doesn't look like there's any in here, but we found another good sneak attack target. And one thing I'm happy about. We're finding some good channel sneak attack targets.
Yeah, good things to channel. Okay, here's one thing about Sunday T that is of note. If we use this one, we kind of want to find red fixing that is not a mountain.
Right, we want to have something like the
Spire Bluff or Ravaging Ravine, something like that.
One of the things I'll quick talk about while we're here, one of the things they do with all their cubes is whenever a new set comes around, they they force in cards like these to be like, yo, these are, and then they cut them all right afterwards because it's very clear they're not.
There's Ravaging Ravine. There's also Devoted D. Duretti.
Yeah, I'm just reading Duretti. The only thing that would be great with Duretti is again the Sundering type, but we don't have other things. Devoted Druid's real. Raging Ravine is pretty real too. Just has piece of fixing.
Non-mountain can attack.
Right.
Devoted Druid also. Maybe
Devoted Druid's big ramp.
It's rather big ramp, especially if I don't know if any of the chord combo is in here. Maybe not if they picked when I think chord combo, I still think of Archangel of Stone, even though I don't think anybody's played that deck in forever.
That hasn't. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think that's been a deck for
the Spike Feeder, Foothills, Avacyn Pilgrim.
Yeah, it's Foothills versus Avacyn Pilgrim. Caracas also, which Caracas does a pretty rude.
Caracas does do something stupid if you if you just keep doing that.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
It's a colorless land basically.
Yeah. I feel like I still want to pick up the fixing and make this deck function a little more.
Could make Time Walk more
Like the other
playable as
God, the
well.
other thing is, oh God, it's Caracas though too. Let's try out something dumb.
Yeah, Caracas.
All right, well, Blossoms looks good for again. I like having these kind of filler creatures that I can survival very easy.
Mhm. I like that well enough.
We need to find what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a second sneak attack variant. We want Through the Breach. We want Show and Tell. We want Eureka, something like that to go with this.
Eureka's. I would agree. Eureka's always still scares me, so I think I'd prefer Show and Tell. But
Sure. Yavelder.
Yappy is a little Bonfire Wars looking at, or okay, sneak attack does say sacrifice, not destroy. Otherwise, Avacyn would be cool.
Right,
But
it doesn't work.
there's some generic picks to make here.
All right.
Murball or Relic.
I don't think I care too much about Relic. It's like a filler card, I guess.
It's more of a sideboard card, but yeah, Murball pretty good for the sneak attack.
Like, is Graveyard Hate that? Like, when we first saw this, Necthemeron was trying to get me to third pick that, and I was very confused.
But I don't know. I didn't value the Murball much, but it is really good for sneak attack.
Okay, we got some green here that feels a little bit more fair going on.
We used Magus for the moon with our Sundering Titan, so that we pick their mountain instead of our mountain that we used to
blow up their mountains. Okay. I feel like I want some early ramp cards. I want secondary sneak attack options. I want so Through the Breach. One of the cards I mentioned is a pretty powerful option for us right there.
Channel. We've never done sneak attack, but channel. Sad to see channel right next to Ugin.
Yeah,
but you can't sneak attack Ugin. So
also the mere Battlesphere makes channel look even more like a power play. Sad about that Taiga, but hopefully we'll find some more things of that nature. I feel like the channel's very easily the pick here. God, Palace Jailer's in here. I hate that card.
Yeah. Palace Jailer is the card that beats Show and Tell.
Yep.
But channels, it's really good. It's blood to. I'm sad maybe we can get a Walking Ballista and we can do channel Uber Fireball again. I remember doing that forever ago.
Yeah.
Turn every 4 life into 2 damage.
All right, we got a Mox. Is there any reason not to pick that Mox?
Is there any reason not to pick that Mox?
I'm not a huge fan of the fact that it's off color, but it is a Mox end of day. Fiendhorned Elves is the other card in here that I'm most interested in. That's Koth of the Hammer.
Yeah, I think the Mox is maybe just worth picking up. Note that this now allows us to consider a white card if we want to.
If we really wanted to, we would like. Okay, what would we be looking at for?
I don't know. I don't know what white card we would want. But...
I was gonna say, here's my. I think white is generally the weakest color in these cubes by a long shot.
Yeah, that's definitely true in Vintage Cube. Okay, Grizzly Bee.
Grizzly Bee and Wormcoil.
Ooh, or Wormcoil.
Yeah.
Wormcoil you can channel into. Grizzlebrand is a much better sneak attack target.
Yeah, Grizzlebrand is the like hyper sneak attack target. Wormcoil is much more of a stronger choice for our channel stuff, and maybe that's.
And it also does work really well with sneak attack because it's got a good death trigger. Like you sneak attack, you gain 6, then you get 2 worms. I don't know if that. Grizzlebrand also just you draw a million cards when you sneak it. Okay, Wormcoil wheels under no circumstance. Somebody's in Reanimator, so Grizzlebrand won't, but Grizzlebrand's more likely to. Someone will just play for like tap 6 lands to play Wormcoil Engine.
I'm gonna believe in the fact that we have channel and that I want some more targets like that.
There's Mana Flare, probably not us.
Terrestodon, I'm less excited about.
Yeah, Treston. The trick with Treston is it loses the fights that if you destroy stuff with it. The I guess the benefit is if you blow up your own stuff, you get to keep the 3/3s. Maybe just time for an Escusa.
Yeah, Scoos or even Shardless Agent.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always a Reanimator player. They add more and more cards for Reanimator every time.
I think they just added a dumb Reanimator card that I would actually be fine.
Cascade, when you cast this spell, reveal cards off the top of your deck until you hit one that costs less than it.
So it should be Time Walk, Sack Tribe, Survival, Wall of Blossoms, Channel, or Mox. Okay, we got our other card.
Yeah, that feels necessary. Like, we want another copy of something like this. I know we might not have... Like, it's funny, we might play this and get outclassed, which is the funniest thing about Eureka.
It always happens. It's because of the format you're playing.
Yeah,
but
it sucks because that's the heaviest drawback of this card is that it is so easy to play this card and then lose something like 30% of the games where you cast it.
then you win the other 70%.
That's fine. Aesthetic Slime, Breeding Pool, actually.
Breeding Pool. Yeah, I think Breeding Pool's the card we want.
If our only blue splash is Time Walk, I'm still splashing it.
Yeah, Time Walk it's an Explore. We're a ramp deck. We want to play Explore.
Oh,
Speaking of, that's probably the card from the spoiler I'm most excited for is Explore at instant speed.
It's a good one. All right, so yeah, Breeding Pool, fine with a couple of the others in here. This is a very null pack for us.
Yeah. Okay, Eureka says permanent, right?
Yep.
Could possibly be Apex Predator. I don't know. I guess there's also like Winter Orb.
No, sorry. Eureka says permanent. So I might as well grab that. Like, I don't think I'm playing it, but
Yeah, I can.
Dismember.
Dismember is a fine pick. It's a fine card.
Yeah, same with Trigon Predator.
Yeah, I like both of those cards. Do you think Dismember on the whole is probably stronger? Trigon Bruin specific decks.
Well, that's not true. Trigon ruins every deck.
I know.
We're in Vintage Cube.
No, I mean what I mean is Trigon is against some decks who are playing Moxes. Sometimes you play the Trigon and you blow up their Mox, and like that's most of what it does. Sometimes they're heavy into that, and you just destroy them.
Yeah, okay, so we get Taiga back. That's good.
And then sometimes you play it and they just murder it because they have a lot of artifacts to protect.
That one's a really easy pick.
Sword or Temple Garden?
We don't have a white splash, though.
We don't. It'd be speculative. I don't know if we're playing Sword. We might as well pick it, though, just because it's a sword.
Yeah, like, this is one of the swords I'd be willing to.
So we got Kitchen Finks.
What's up?
Hey, I was right. Vindication. Hey.
All right.
Here's for a splash. for a splash for Porcelain Legionnaire with now without spending any blood for it.
Our speculative white splash. Like, I'm seriously thinking in my head what white card could exist that I would want in this deck, and the answer keeps coming up null because like
it'd be like Elishnorn. Yeah, Force Legion holds a sword, but we're not playing. I was wondering if we were even going to play Snord. If we were going to play the sword, because we don't have. It'd be like a Scusa and Finksy that hold it onto it pretty well.
All right, Manglehorn, Firebolt below the cut.
All Progenitus really does is hit your opponent
For
for 10,
10.
right?
Yeah, that's all
Yeah.
it does. I like Sylvan Library.
Library's really good. Manglehorn is a consideration.
Yeah, that one does a lot of work as a like Uktabi orangutan plus.
Could we cast a time spiral?
What do we want to?
I probably not.
Like, I don't think we'd want to.
Yep, I like Sylvan Library or like maybe the Maze.
Yeah.
Oh no, we found our white splash. It's Armageddon.
Yeah, that's what this deck wants, is to blow up all of its lands.
We blow up all of our lands after we catch Eureka. It's fine. Wait, what's the ride pod? Is the Battlesphere the ride pod? Is it Steve?
Oh,
I don't know what the ride. I guess the ride pod might have to be a vehicle. So there's Elish Norn.
Elish Norn, Avenger, Zendikar, Draga Tree Speaker, Sensei's Divining Top.
Want to pick Jiragi or maybe Mana Confluence?
I kind of want to have something to do on one. Like,
And we've got green. They call it green Soul Ring, but it's actually green Worn Power Stone, which is also a good card.
I
Or
mean,
top.
I mean, it's like, if we didn't just pick the Sylvan Library, I'd be a little more in the top. But like, we already have that.
We have top, but better, worse. Probably
Yeah.
better without miracles, honestly.
Avenger is sadly not really the sort of creature we want to be sneak attacking.
Yeah, you get 4 plants.
Yeah, and then you attack for 5. Like, doesn't seem
like
so
Draga.
great.
We got Regrowth. We got Gruul Signet.
Wouldn't be opposed to that Signet. Again, like, the more fixing for that sneak attack, the better, because then we can only include like 1 mountain or something like that, maybe 2. Yeah, Gruul Signet, Upheaval.
Yeah, it is Upheaval, which is a powerful, powerful card.
Yeah, that can.
Upheaval solves problems that no other card does. Sometimes it's not enough, but usually it is.
Yeah, I really want to find Through the Breach. That is a missing piece here.
Mm-hmm. Rex Sage, Phantasmal Image, which I don't know how heavy our blue is. Might just be for Time Walk. Tireless Tracker and Rex Sage are both just cards you can play without feeling bad. They're both really powerful cards.
Okay.
Don't think we're a clamp deck. We don't need Imperial Recruiter because we don't have anything to recruit, and also we have Survival of the Fittest.
Yeah, Academy would only really be good with Mere Battlesphere in our deck right now.
Mm-hmm.
Rex Sage is we passed up a lot of the artifact enchantment destruction.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's something I want to have in our deck if we have survival. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, I'll discard Wall of Blossoms to survival and then fail to find a way to answer the threat, right? Like,
yeah, Iona is a great Eureka target, not a great. Okay, that's great. I'm glad to see that.
That's even more blue
but
fixing,
Iona's on a
too.
sneak attack, and even more blue fixing. I don't think really anything else really competes with it here.
Gearhulk well enough.
Gearhulk's pretty good. Maybe Lotus Petal.
Ooh. Yeah, the idea of if we had another like Through the Breach style card, I'd feel a little better on the image in that last pack. But the problem is, again, we passed up Acidic Slime, we passed up Trigon Predator. We definitely should like have an effect like this in the deck. Karn? Oh,
We
that's
got
small
Trop, we got
Karn.
Karn, we
Okay.
got Search. Small Karn is still pretty good. Not as good as for us as Big Karn.
Right. Maybe that Trop
Uh,
Island's fine because we do want, again, I want to be able to play that Time Walk.
Search is also something to do on one.
Yeah. And Windswept Heath is also strong for us because it grabs both our duels.
Ooh, that might be better than Trop.
Yeah, like the Windswept Heath, yeah, like because it can grab Brittany Pool and it can grab Taiga, which might make it a little better. We only ever need one.
Plus, it can shuffle cards we don't like off Sylvan Library.
Yeah, okay, I like that. Wow, this is a pack I don't much care for.
I don't think we're an experimental frenzy deck.
No, we're not red enough for that. We wouldn't be really like well, okay, maybe we could be.
Yeah, because okay, are we a deck that would have wanted to commit a future sight that would block our hand? Maybe. Oh, look, sneak attack and experimental frenzy actually work fine together because the cards you can't cast, you just sneak attack.
You just sneak attack all the cards you can't cast.
Uh-huh. I think this is a pretty marginal
I'm
pick. I don't know.
gonna pick
We'll
experimental
get it.
frenzy and like maybe it'll work out. We'll see how that plays. That's Tamio,
The Moon Sage.
our good
Maybe
friend.
2 blue.
2 blue's a lot for this deck.
Uh-huh.
Not undoable, but a lot.
Can I read the text on Survival of the Fittest real quick?
Discard a creature, search for a creature.
Okay, I was making sure it said creature.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Our white splash could be discarding Unburial Rights.
We grab Chupacabra to.
To Eureka with? Yeah! For our
Sure, that sounds dumb enough that I'm never gonna do it. Marsh Flats don't work. Maze of Ith, I think, is the pick here.
Maze of Ith is your second Eureka thing. Like Eureka, your Maze of Ith, and then you win.
Yeah. Welder actually would have been fine there. You're not wrong because like looking at these three, that probably would have been the pick. Bloodbraid.
Ooh, Blood Blow. We Blood Blow a lot of good stuff. Do we have? I think the only thing we Blood Blow that might miss is like Channel or Dismember. But even Dismember is probably going to do something.
Yeah, let's get that rolling. Regrowth.
Little Siege Gang. Little Siege Gang would have been good with Karn. Oh, Fire Oak is great.
Yeah, I
that
like
card
Fire
shouldn't be this
Oak.
late. These bad aggressive cards. Beast Within is maybe playable. Sulfuric Vortex, a good aggressive card.
Yeah, not us.
Man, I would love to see a Sulfuric Vortex come back. Just because here's my statement, anybody listening or watching, if you've ever, on MTGA specifically, I don't care about real life Magic, if you ever turned in a mythic wild card for Nexus of Fate, shame on you. Shame on you.
Oh, freaking Nexus of Fate. Oh, what a card. All right, let's do some back building.
I think we start with the chutzpah.
So let's start with the like Channel Sneak
Mm-hmm.
and Eureka. All right.
Anything that works good with these cards. So like Sunday T, Emrakul, not Emrakul, but Kozilek, maybe Murball. The Grizzard works pretty great. The advantage of Murball and Wormcoil is that we're also kind of a ramp deck.
We can easily cast those off of Tree Speaker, Hierarch, Sack Tribe. 5 might be a little too many targets for this, but I think I'm okay with that. Then let's start building the rest of this. These are some really obvious includes in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like the both the Tree Speakers there. Survival of the Fittest seems like an auto. And then from there, we can kind of build the rest of the things that work with survival, where we want Scoos, where we want Wreck Sage, Obstinate Baloth.
Maybe Obstinate. It doesn't. You have to. It's an opponent discard effect, right?
It is. You can't. You know. You. It is.
They realized that would be a mistake.
Yeah.
We can make the decision if we want to play like Shardless and Time Walk.
Well,
Off our
that's not a choice in my mind. It's real easy
okay.
for us to get that going. We have
Uh,
because we have Noble Hierarch, Breeding Pool, Windswept Heath, Sack Tribe Elder, Yavimaya Elder, Sylvan Library as like ways to fix it.
okay. Speaking of, I kind of like Wall of Blossoms.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, the problem I have with Shardless is that it's not reliable on what it's doing. I like the power it has. Shardless into survival, Shardless into Time Walk obviously is the like holy crap play, but like I feel like there's gonna be those points where it's Shardless and then a channel and we go,
Yeah, there's the Shardless in the channel is highly
thank you, Bulldozer, for the sub. I appreciate it.
yeah. Channel does Shardless in the channel is very swingy. It is either incredible or a whiff.
Right. Right now I'm gonna put these on the side so that I've got the right count. We're on 17.
Hmm.
So, well, I'm not treating any land as a land right now. That's why I cut them out.
Yeah,
Um,
so Maze is a spell, I think, for us. We want like Gruul Signet and like Sylvan Library.
yeah, so like Gruul Signet, Sylvan Library, Sack Tribe, and then like Revoker, Wall of Blossoms, Dismember.
That sounds really good to me. And then we have some sideboard
Do we
options.
care about Bloodbraid? I
Um,
honestly I only feel like our like sneak attack is our only real red card at the end of the
we
day.
okay. Let's look at our sideboard. Like the games where we have to sideboard. Like if we're playing? You make sure this card um is in the cube before I bring it up. Okay, no containment priest. Uh, so okay, let's say we have to become like our main combo for whatever reason just won't work very well, and we want to do something else. We have like Yavimaya Elder and Bloodbraid and Experimental Frenzy that suddenly turn us into like a weird card advantage deck, you
Right,
know?
we cut out the top end that's not like I don't know, maybe like
Castable.
castable, and then and the Eureka sneak attack, and then we bring in Bloodbraid, Sword, Beast Within, some of the other things. Uh,
And then you can sort of swoop Sylvan Library with Cascade, but it's not super reliable because you have to have both cards. But yeah, kind
you
of.
can, yeah, you can. It's like top with it. The the thing regrowth would be for is that it rebuys. There's not a ton it rebuys in here. The big ones the biggest thing it rebuys would be rebuying Time Walk.
Like rebuying Time Walk also and getting back like something you've killed with Sneak Attack, like getting back Worm Coil Engine to reuse it again, or Battle Ball, that kind of thing. But that's kind of it's kind of win more.
Yeah.
It can be useful against counter fights, like if
Th-
you're fighting counter spells people.
so I think I like Revoker. I think I like Wall of Blossoms. I'm thinking maybe like is like Dismember or
There are going to be creatures that we need to kill. They might not be creatures that we need to kill to preserve our life, but there's certainly like what happens if your opponent plays Goblin Welder? Like,
yeah, we need to remove that from the table. So
no one expects the second Eureka.
yeah, again, Eureka scares me with this deck. I'm not. I feel like the sneak attack and the channel plans are the stronger parts of it, but I feel like the
Hmm.
Eureka does work with like Grizzlebrand, Sundering Titan into play or something like that.
Hmm.
And then all right, so Mox, Caracas, Breeding Pool.
Here's the other spell we can look at. Do we want to play Maze Abyss? Because I'm pretty sure we played that as a spell.
Sure, what would he cut that out for? Like cutting out
I have no idea. I was at maybe we bring that against
oh, I already said that I think Eureka loses us 30% of games it's cast in, so we win twice and lose once.
mhm.
That's my like feeling on it. Because like there's gonna be the game where we play it and our opponent just like throws down like Emrakul and we go, all right, cool.
All right, GG. um, yeah, no sword. I don't think. I don't see why we would
Sword for me, it feels like a really easy sideboard card in certain matchups.
Yeah, I think that's a sideboard card. I do. This is not even in Legacy Cube. I think the swords have done a ton of work for us on the normal powered cubes. Like the more powerful the cube becomes, the less
Well,
valuable the swords
I
become.
feel like they're really good if you're in like again a Stoneforge deck. Freaking loves them. Obviously, like that's
Yes,
that's a
yes.
different world. Like you want to have or like a much more aggressive deck. We don't have a reason to really want to untap. Like we don't have a huge like second main play. All right,
Hmm.
I think we go with this. I think we include like the mountain, the island, and then like just
Forest
forests. We might
seems
want
okay
more
to
than that
me
on mountains,
because we only ever really need one mountain in play,
but we might
and
want two to be able to play activate, right? Like,
yeah, okay. We might want two, and we also might want two to be able to activate it more than once if we have Sundering Titan as our guy.
yeah. So I feel like I want to include two mountains. I feel like I only want one island because like we're basically never casting to anything that needs double blue.
Yeah, we couldn't decide what we wanted over Maze, so
Yeah,
we're not
yeah.
playing Maze
That's
yet.
also true that not all the swords
Hmm.
are created equal thanks to how powerful like Sword of Body and Mind is like 500,000 times stronger than
Hmm.
like all the rest. It's
Plus, you have to, depending on your cube, you just might not include like Light and Shadow or Feast and Famine
no,
because
this deck is including zero black sources.
now we,
I do not care about hardcasting Grizzlebrand. It's a
yeah,
dead.
if we get stuck with Grizzlebrand in our hand, we have a card called Survival of the Fittest that'll turn it into
Yeah,
whatever we need.
because we can at some, like turn it into something else if we like are in that position where it's like, well, shit. Okay, so the maze is the other card. I think I want to
You've been
play
pulled over
this.
on. How about Obstinate Baloth? There's a 4-mana 4/4 that gains you life.
So we just bring that in an aggressive matchup, or we need
Yeah,
a better body.
or when we need to make use of our life total because it's just
Sure.
like I like Obstinate Baloth is a pretty powerful card, but it always in cube it always feels like a sideboard card, you know.
All right. So we want ha.
Not even enough mountains to cast. Not even enough swamps to cast the Grizzlebrand. Have enough to barely not be able to.
Wait a
He
minute.
wanted two.
No,
He wants two.
sweet. We did it. We broke Suggestatron because it's saying if I do this, 39 card deck, baby.
Hey, 39 card, and also you can't cast your. You have half the swamps you need. I guess maybe it's counting because of Grizzlebrand
It is counting Grizzlebrand
and
Finks
Dismember.
and Dismember. Yes.
Yes,
So
so it wanted two swamps because you had two black cards and a plains for
no,
your Caracas.
it doesn't
I
care
don't
about Caracas. It cares about Finks. It does not look at all at your
your
lands.
lands. Yeah.
Thanks, Suggestatron. You're the best.
You're the best. Okay, let's go ram this into the ground.
Yeah. All right.
I'm excited.
Sounds good.
This is a good deck. This deck's great. I actually do really like this deck.
I'm really happy with Channel here. Feel like we've got some real powerful stuff there. So
An important thing with a vintage cube deck is you should be doing something unfair.
yeah.
And we blatantly are. Nothing we're doing is above board.
So for those wondering, what the heck do you mean by unfair? Generally, my definition of unfair involves cheating mana costs in some way. That is the number one way to do an unfair thing, and there are a couple other ways to do so. But for the most part, the term unfair is like, we are paying 2 for 10 mana cards. We're paying, or like, Reanimator, where it goes and pays. The other way of doing an unfair thing is to fight on an access that nobody knows how to battle you on.
Mm-hmm. Like you show up to the first person to show up to a modern event with Lantern was doing an unfair thing because nobody knew how to handle. This hand is unexciting.
Yeah.
Probably functional.
This hand is functional, not great. It's great if our opponent is leaning on some sort of legend to do anything. or if they're trying to play combat. I want to, not knowing what our opponent's doing, I want to use this to scout.
Yeah,
Knowing that this is a hand that looks pretty close to a mulligan.
yeah.
If that mere battlesphere were any of the higher top end,
Yeah, I think we would mulligan it if it was like if that was Kozilek, then. But this might be a game where we cast that.
yeah.
Okay, planes is a good
All right.
figure.
All
Okay,
right.
we got a game where we block our opponent's creatures with wall blossoms
Sure.
and play our Finks and gain life. Okay. What molecule is C2H? Sounds like sugar. It's definitely some kind of big. Oh, it's vinyl alcohol.
Oh, they missed a land drop.
You want to play her Battlesphere?
Yeah.
Yeah, this person's name is ethanol. That's the name they've chosen for themselves. So we're gonna pay 7 life to put Mer Battlesphere into play, and you have to click on the channel in the effects zone.
Yeah. It does not become a.
Does not become a legend. It's a 2/2 is what it is. We get to gain our life back from our channel with the kitchen things.
Yep. Worst case is they sword to plow it or path to exile it. Best case is they. Oh, that's interesting. They're grabbing a Mox.
Okay, that's likely what they're doing.
Like, you wouldn't cast that unless you were grabbing a Mox, right? Because you at this point they need land so badly.
Yeah, let's see what Mox they get. If it's not Mox,
Ruby.
Okay, Mox. Okay, so that's one they can use for their figure.
Yep, which is good for them.
Okay.
Sure.
You still got 4 1/1s out of the deal. They can attack this turn.
Damn.
Yeah, that would have been better.
Yeah, it would have been a lot better.
Well, let's attack and play Finks.
I hate how MTGA has trained me to play bad.
What do you mean?
I always cast spells pre-combat because I super hate the interface and want it to be, like, done as quick as possible.
Okay.
Sure. So Fink still gets in. 3 cards in hand.
And they're probably gas, but they had to spend 2 cards to get that Mox.
Yeah. I think one of their best plays is something like Honor of the Pure.
Honor the Pure. I think they're just gonna juice up their
Figure.
figure. It looks like, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good line. I mean, if they get it to 8, that's 2-turn clock, and it stops my aggression. I'll kill that in combat if that comes in.
Yeah, just take our clean 2 for 1. Get Tyga.
Yeah, we need red.
A sneak attack would be great.
I can cast that.
Hey, castable sneak attack targets, everybody.
All right, that's really good for us.
Suddenly, their aggressive plan doesn't look very good.
Yeah, again, Figure's very good. If they draw 2 lands running at this point, they get to fly over for 8. Figure of Destiny is an incredibly unreasonable 1-mana threat.
Yeah. So we want to draw Dismember.
Dismember to kill it, or
Sneak attack to...
Sneak attack / Eureka would be fine.
Eureka might actually even be better.
Okay, pro green, pro black, which would be a lot worse, but we can just kind of...
Yeah, we have lots of colorless threats. They might want to block the Worm Coil.
Runner lands also isn't the worst here. Hi, how you doing?
Hey, you're my buddy. That's a good explorer. That untaps your team.
Yep.
Okay. You have chosen to take 6. We're back to 20. It's like we didn't even cast the channel. Okay, now if we could cast Sundering Titan, which would blow up 3 of our lands. No, we would pick Taiga for the forest.
I'm considering, like,
The press?
yeah, the full court.
Okay, they put Monastery Mentor and the figure in front of 1/1s. They block Finks with
Mirror Crusader, it just dies, but they take 4.
and yeah, then but if they don't block, they have to block the Wormcoil Engine essentially.
Yeah.
I don't hate the press, especially since the Finks don't die and we have extra guys around.
The worst case on the press is that they, like, play a 5th land, sword, equip Mirror Crusader.
Yeah.
That is the worst case, so... But this is also... But now they can't do that because we'll have some, you know...
Yeah, because we'll have you have worms, you got persist. They didn't even block any of the 1/1s.
Yeah, that's why I full court pressed with them.
We go to 28. We get 2 lethal attackers.
So right now, all we need to do is connect with worms or, like, Finks plus anything else. They also, like... Caracas weirdly works well here as a offensive option because of how many creatures exist in the world that...
Our legend.
Oh my
God.
God.
Paralyze. Okay, they get to.
They get to
murder
Wrath.
us.
That's the entire board.
Yeah, that's Wrath.
Damn. Because
Parallax. Okay, so we got a 2-for-1 out of our worm, and now. Okay, that's one of the better draws in our deck.
yeah. I'm just gonna force it.
Yeah, make them do it. Maybe they forget to get rid of one of the 1/1s, and they let the fading counter go away.
Yeah, so Parallax Wave,
Okay, they're smart.
the way the card works is that it brings all the creatures back, you know, on
But
death,
but tokens don't do that.
yeah. Okay, 2 cards in hand, 3 cards after the draw. Again, any legends they have are okay, that's strong.
Okay. But they go with the make 1/1s here.
Yeah, going all in on one creature seems a little... Like, maybe they want the lifelink. They're at 3. They could want just a 4/4 or a 4-power lifelink flyer.
They could. I feel like that's wrong, but nope. Okay. So now we kind of really want to draw Dismember.
Yeah, we do have some time.
Or I mean, we have a lot of good draws actually.
Yeah.
That's not one of them.
Rex Sage. So I can play Sundering Titan, which blows up way too many of my lands.
Mm-hmm.
I really want some sort of big threat in play, but that is so much, like... It's not phasing. The card it doesn't phase the tokens. It just removes them and then...
Mm-hmm.
How do we want to go about this? So obviously that goes on top of library.
Mm-hmm. I mean, either pick the Rex Sage and blow up their mocks, or
I'm gonna pay 4. So Sundering Titan here is good in, like,
as a big creature.
Well, because the fact that it's a lethal threat. They'll gain 4, but they'll still die.
Yeah.
So I think I'm actually going to go for that.
Okay, so we blow up one of their planes, we blow up Taiga for forest, and then we blow up island. Our blue card is... Well, we still have a blue card, but... So choose you, and you, and you.
Yeah, because that is technically legal. Sucks, but we can avoid drawing cards that are more of a problem. So,
Mm-hmm. So
sweet.
like Eureka suddenly shot up on the list.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually sweet.
Oh, that's really good.
That's rad. We're gonna get a lot of their lands gone here. So I can't afford to pay life too long.
Yeah, because we're gonna take some. If they attack with the Mirror Crusader, it might be time for Mirror to die. So if attacking with Crusader is real, it'd be dumb. They die if they. No, they don't die if they do that.
They don't
But
die
they
if they
should.
do that.
Do we want to take 6 or sacrifice the Mirror?
I
Yeah,
sacrifice the
okay.
mirror. I can't afford to allow that to last much longer here.
Goodbye, Mirror. You little beaky little gremlin dude. You funky little cowboy man.
Alright, Eureka off the top would be real nice.
We would like to use that ability.
Scoo's looking good.
Excuse, pretty good.
So let's go top. And I don't actually care about that land, so top. I get to play Scoo's as well here, so.
We can go excuse it. We can blow up.
So blow up that O-ring.
Mountain's actually kind of nice because it does make sneak attack not dead.
Yes.
How many times have we done this specific action in Cube?
So
Just
many.
like, just like, okay, Sundering Titan has entered play.
Sundering Titan has entered play. Sundering Titan has left play. Sundering Titan has entered play. Like, so they'll gain life to be able to go outside of Sundering Titan's, like, kill zone here, which is a bit of an annoyance, but... We do want to find Dismember. I'd love to kill that angel. Revoker that mocks Ruby. Right, this is... Yeah.
Yeah, Roker's not Pithing Needle. It can name mana abilities.
Yeah. Also, importantly, can block Mirror Crusader if that comes down to it.
We tapped our Caracas so we can double activate the Scusa.
Yep, mocks Ruby.
Titan comes in. They've got some creatures in their graveyard for us. Figure and...
Monastery Mentor.
Okay, and the Mentor. You've got Wormcoil and Murball.
Yeah, just...
we could be at 20 if we need to be.
Yeah. So turning off their mocks means that they have a lot less options as far as combat goes. I don't feel like they can attack with Mirror Crusader anymore. Yeah, we've shut off that ability. Like, obviously they could, but, you know...
Then our attack back would just be way too big, because our Scoos is going to be like a 4-4 or bigger.
Yeah.
Once the Scoos becomes a 7-7, it can attack, but not profitably. It just still gets blocked, but...
Yeah, or causes other things to...
Guess what our last card is? Yeah.
Monastery Mentor... Alright.
Oh, okay. They must have been holding stone blanks.
Yeah.
They realized they couldn't fight the tide.
So, we've got aggression. That's...
Got an aggressive deck. Do we have anything else at all that kills a creature? I don't think so. Maybe Beast Within.
Beast Within does a little bit of useful things because it kills off like their O-ring as well, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. There's also, this could be a plant time for Balos or Maze. I like Mazavith here because it deals with a lot of their stuff.
Yeah, Mazavith is really, really nice here.
That does kill a creature. If you add a swamp, we can cast it.
Well, it can't kill the idiot.
It can't kill Mirror Crusader, true.
Yeah. Beast Within is the only card I am considering here. Is there anything we don't like? Eureka seems fine here.
Eureka seems fine. Our guys beat their guys unless they have Elish Norn in their deck. Well, I think I like most of our stuff.
Yeah.
It might be like Beast Within for Shardless Agent.
Sure.
Because Shardless can whiff and often hits some like
I don't know.
it's, I don't know. Yeah, we might.
I,
We'll do it until we find something we really need to Beast Within.
yeah.
Just rock it back. They're playing a fair deck. We're not.
All right.
Speak of the devil.
I see channel.
I see channel Worm Coil and then sneak attack.
Yep.
And a castable kitchen finks.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
Nice.
I get to level it up.
Yeah, so they get to attack for 4 next turn.
Unless we draw Dismember off the... Okay. Yeah, no reason to play the Taiga. They might...
Wasteland happens and we lose on the spot. Wormcoil is a little bit frenetic here because...
It just is.
Sorry, because they'll be attacking for 4, we'll be paying a bunch of life, and if they have an answer for Wormcoil, like, that looks really poor. Ah, thank you for the sub-blood fashion. I guess? I don't know. I don't...
Let's not worry about it.
Yeah. Congrats on it, though. Was it in the Swiss, or was it in the single limb? Those are... Oh, shit!
Ite, huh?
Huh.
Can a Worm Coil engine beat a creature with a Jite?
Come on, like...
Dismemby? Well...
It's nice. Let's make it happen.
Yeah. Let's rock.
This could be, again, this has they have O-Ring, so, like, this can backfire, but, like...
Yeah, if O-Ring is Disenchant...
Disenchant doesn't work.
Go against Worm Coil. Yeah, it doesn't work against Worm Coil. Yeah.
It needs to be O-Ring. And they have to get their third land for that to work as well. They did keep up... Oh, well,
We get our life back.
Yeah, and they get to equip their Jite, huh? Okay. Yikes.
Okay. So, yeah, this is pretty yikesy.
Yeah, I'm not liking where we are right now.
Dismember doesn't even kill it anymore, because it can become a...
Yeah, it can become a 6/6.
Yeah, well... Do we cast... I think we cast Sphinx.
Yeah, let's just get it down.
Sphinx absorbs a fair amount of Jite counters. So, I found a thing we might want to Beast Within.
Yeah, no, I get you.
I didn't see this coming, but in hindsight... I mean, we obviously know hindsight has perfect vision, right?
Right.
So, an upside is if we draw something we want to sneak attack...
Did they have the O-Ring as well? Oh, no, they're just upping their... Okay.
Hopefully we draw... we can't both draw
No, we can't both draw a mountain and something we want to sneak attack. That's not...
Yeah.
I think there is a single... Isn't there a single limb in the... It's not in leagues, it's in queues.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Unless they just stopped it. They did stop that once and everybody yelled about it. Because it's bad. To not let you do single limb.
Please just spend all your G-Deck counters.
Oh, he didn't.
Alright, so our win condition here is drawing, like...
Kozilek? Yeah, like Kozilek and...
Oh my god, so the cool thing about drawing Kozilek is I can run Kozilek in, bounce it, and then use Kozilek as a blocker.
Yeah.
Which...
Plus, plus eventually you could just, like... We can eventually just, like, destroy all their permanents.
Well,
by
right,
that,
clearly.
Yeah.
But the thing I'm most happy about is that we get to be offense and defense with it.
Okay, so they're going to probably just kill Finks
Yeah,
here.
this is just them getting rid of Finks.
But
So,
Finks just eat a lot of their counters and also gains us a bunch of life.
yeah, the thing I'm worried about is, like, them having that main deck disenchant to kill Sneak Attack, which would remove one of our really only strong effects left over. There's that O-ring, so that's... Okay, I think we do need that Beast Within. So when I was talking about effects like Trigon Predator,
Yeah,
Acidic
every
Slime,
deck has targets.
every single deck has, like, in Vintage Cube, it's not every deck has targets, and every deck has, like, 8 targets. Like there is no, like, oh, you're gonna fail. Even the, like, combo decks, you're gonna find things to hit.
Yeah.
So...
I was just measuring the worth of Trigon Predator, which has to attack to do it, against something like Manic Vandal or Manglehorn that just do it on ETB.
Sure,
Like
sure.
there's reasons to do both. So this gives us Rexage as a kind of any creature we can turn into Rexage.
Yeah, I feel like if they should probably spend all their counters going in for 10 here.
Mm-hmm. Thing is, what card do we blow up with Rexage?
Oh, we have to blow up the GT. We'll lose if we don't.
True.
Like, that's not a choice anymore. Because we're at, 8.
Yeah, because we can't draw 2 creatures. 3,
Oh!
4, 5, 6. We can just cast that.
That's enough blockers to live for a little while.
Yeah.
Sure, let's just cast this idiot.
Because we can't catch the we can't catch the guy in combat, so there's no reason to sneak attack it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, we don't have the sneak attack either, so...
Right, yeah. My brain had switched sneak attack with survival for some reason. Resto to...
Oh, we lose.
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
so
we lose with +10/+10. Like...
So they put +10/+10 on their Resto.
When we lose,
smash
yeah.
us. Okay.
And we lose the game. All right.
I did like that they briefly were given the option to blink their
Flicker
figure,
their
which
figure.
they definitely would not want to do.
Okay, so Beast Within is a yes. Anything else seem worthwhile?
I don't think so. We're kind of low on spot removal to pick. It'd be like, I don't think Obstinate Bailoff pulls enough weight.
No, it really doesn't
Our
feel
opponent's
like
not on
it.
Burn. If our opponent was playing Burn, then yeah, but...
Okay, and then there's Angel hitting us for lethal. So let's move on to 3.
Okay.
So yeah, Beast Within definitely has enough targets. Maze of Ith is already in our main deck.
Yep.
If we could... that is a good draw, you are correct.
What else do we possibly have?
I'm just gonna take out the Shardless, I guess.
Is there anything else you don't like other than Charless? Like maybe like Wall of Blossoms. That's just like a filler creature that blocks.
I'm okay. Oh, maybe that's better than... Maybe it's better to have the Shardless than that.
Charless and Blossoms fulfill a similar role. Charless could potentially trade. The Blossoms blocks a lot of their guys. Our ring is enough for you to want Eureka out. Kind of like Bloodbraid. I kind of like the Wall better than Bloodbraid. Do I like Wall better than Bloodbraid better than Eureka? Just go all in on sneak attack.
Honestly, the thing I like about them hitting... It's gonna be really hard for us to get that damn Grizzlebrand into play.
Yeah. Okay, no. We'll only cast Eureka when we have Reclamation Sage in our hand. It's easy.
It's just that simple.
It's just that, okay, when we're casting a specific card and our opponent has a specific card that answers our specific card, we have another specific card that answers their specific card. It's just that easy.
The thing I'm thinking about is if I actually want to include Grizzlebrand. They seem pretty on top of making sure I never get to sneak.
Ah, okay. So maybe we could do like Bloodbraid over Grizzard or Charless over Grizzard. Bloodbraid gains a little value because it's a beast within, and sometimes you could just turn our own land into a.
Because, like, what about this? How's this feel?
It seems fine.
Right.
I don't hate it.
Want to make sure I know this. 11 cards, 3 ramp, 4 ramp, 5 ramp pieces, some removal. Okay, just want to like kind of commit that to memory.
Okay, so that we can use those to. Hmm.
This is a really awkward hand.
This is a highly speculative hand. This might be a mulligan. I don't know. What do you think?
I think Eureka's dead here, and that already makes this a 6-card hand. Like, right? Like,
yeah.
Because even if we drew something we want a Eureka, we wouldn't. We would just channel it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't much care for this one.
Let's toss it back. Please mulligan to 5, opponent. Of course, they kept a 7. This has the upside of being able to cast most of our spells, but that's really its only upside.
Yeah, its downside is that it sucks super bad and doesn't do anything.
Yep, all it does is make an elf.
It makes an elf, and then it upgrades that elf, and then we cast no spells and lose. I'm mulliganing this.
Okay, this has the potential to draw something that is busted.
Yeah. There's figure 1 again.
And I figure again. And then they show us Hound. It's some bad other 1-drop.
Ooh, Kithian.
Kithian, okay. And a different 1-drop. They haven't really shown a way to battalion that, haven't they?
No, they seem lighter on creatures than I would expect. Like, they have a lot of removal and things. Equipment, O-ring, swords to plowshares. You know, they have so many of these sorts of effects. I find it really unlikely that they actually have 3 creatures.
What's the activation on Kithian for its
3.
3. Okay. So they had offered the trade, but I don't think they would because their creatures seem very valuable.
Right, I would trade 1 for 1 on a lot of their creatures because of that fact. So Noble Hierarch fixes for our blue. If we draw into Charlotte's or Time Walk.
Oh
boy! So Rex Sage or
bust.
Bust. Well, we can't lose to the mill on that.
Yeah, we cannot lose to the mill on that.
On the bad news, pro green plus like you know, making 2/2s for free. Again, this is our opponent's deck, as we've discussed. They're very creature light, very equipment heavy.
If our first 2 hands didn't suck very crazily, they could have lost by now. Well. That's magic. Okay, what do we mill? Dismember. Okay, one of our outs. A dead card. And some bunch of lands.
Yeah.
Well.
Means higher odds to draw something like Mirror Battlesphere off the Eureka. Or, you know, 2 Eureka here. Sure. So we have 1 more turn until we lose here.
Yep. Oh, yeah, that'll get the battalion.
Ah.
I see.
Yeah, Beast Within will kill the sword, not the body, obviously. The problem being that even if I killed the body here, that would leave them with 9 power. Like...
Can we win with these cards?
Probably should have chumped with Hierarch, actually.
Well, this lets us cast Time Walk if we...
God damn it.
Okay, yeah.
Time Walk is in the yard.
It shows Shardless, so okay. Well, up your nose with a rubber hose.
For those keeping score and thinking, this is us losing to Eureka. This is not us losing to Eureka. We lose on board anyhow. Ooh. Yeah, sure, I'll put sneak attack into play too. Alright, what do you got back up? I want to see the... Ooh, copter, sure. Resto, yep. O-ring, yep. Yeah. Okay. Sad about how that just imploded on us there.
That's mulligans for you. And getting completely destroyed by a Sword of Body in mind when you mulligan to 5.
Indeed.
I have an idea that'll get us out of this mess, though. Do you want to hear it? If you hit right-click on the battlefield, there's a little option that says concede game. That will...
Oh! You're right, that's a really good...
It gets us out of this mess.
Okay. Strong move. Alright, let's move on to round 2.
That game is dead. Let's take our sweet deck into round 2.
Yeah. That was a very interesting, like, they were super threat light. I'm keeping this.
Yeah, this is it's just like a good hand that can draw the nets.
Right, because if we draw something we can channel into, that's great. If not, I have a turn 2 Finks that attacks for 4 and backed up by removal.
We have a removal spell. Okay, that could mean a lot of things. Yeah, I like it. Let's make them think we're a green-white value deck.
Right.
We're something dumber and maybe less consistent than that.
Oh, shit!
Oh, no!
They know our secrets.
They know our secret. The secret is that they have to take the dismember.
Unless they want me to pay 4 life to get my channel.
It seems like they want you to pay 4 life to get your channel.
Sure. If I feel like doing that, I'll do it. Like, I don't... Like, we have 6 mana next turn. Like, I care very little.
Green, black, blue.
Oh, hell no. God damn it.
Why didn't they... Man, they probably should have taken the... Because we have to kill that, right? We can attack first. Yeah, they do get a card if we kill it.
They get a card if we kill it. Oh, Leopold, you've got the worst deals.
We can see what we draw at least before we decide if we want to kill that or not. And like jam Finks into it to see what they do.
Right. Okay.
Oh, okay. No, we're not. It turns out that we're not dismembering. That's gonna be a lot of life.
Yeah, we're paying a lot of life this round.
It's fine. We got Finks. Finks gained us some life.
Yeah, you get to draw your card. It's fine. Leovold does make Kozilek sad. Yes.
But it's still a gigantic creature that will annihilate all of their...
You're correct. We don't get to draw cards off this. The reason we're making the play is... Yeah, so we draw 0 cards off it.
And Leovold says you can't draw more than 1 card per turn.
Yeah. The reason I'm making this play is because if they don't have an answer...
They die.
They lose the game.
Yeah, they lose. They die.
Yeah.
So see if they have 7
Oh, I'm
cards.
an idiot. Okay.
Oh, why were you an idiot?
There's a really obvious reason I'm an idiot.
What?
Read the first line of text on the left-hand side of the visible line.
Legendary creature.
Yeah, I'm a moron.
They would have drawn. Okay, they would have drawn a card if when you targeted it.
And then they would have drawn Doomblade and made us look like an idiot for it. God, okay. Anyway, reading your cards is an interesting technology that you should do. Alright, I want Sword of Feast and Famine in this matchup.
Ooh, yeah, against the bug player?
Yeah.
What do we want out? See, this time we can't take Charlotte out because they wear the sword rather well.
Yeah.
Maybe Walden? I'm just kind of looking at filler cards because everything else is pretty. We could also take out the Grizzlebrand again.
Less and less am I liking the Eureka side of things in this deck.
This opponent doesn't seem as gassed against it as the last one because they probably won't have O-Ring.
Yeah, but they'll
If,
throw down Shriekmon Necrotol, right? Like,
maybe
or something like that.
if you don't like it, we can take it out for the sword though, and that's also just fine.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking at what we could do here, and like, I feel like Grizzlebrand's still worth keeping in. Baloth, like, are they a deck that's going to try and him to Turok us?
Hmm. I would definitely put them on maybe having like Thoughtseize. I don't know about him. They probably have him if they can play it because they had a lot of lands.
So I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna bring out Grizzler here.
Yeah, when they're going for like hand disruption, Bloodbraid is good against that just because Bloodbraid has always been good against Jund.
Yeah.
Yes, Jund plays Bloodbraid, but it's also good against them.
Right. It's good in the mirror, as they say.
Yeah, it's great in the mirror because you're both hellbent. Then you top deck your your Bloodbraid, and it's 2 cards. It's like that and K Commander, the best cards, because it picks up your Tarmogoyf, makes them discard their last card.
Yeah, they discard a card, you pick up Bloodbraid again.
Yeah.
You shock their Bloodbraid, and then they discard a card. Like, it's perfect.
One hand shakes the other.
Yep.
Man, that what did make me sad about the Junder Dome is some of those people had the tenacity, the mendacity to bring Kitchen Finks to a Junder Dome. You only brought Kitchen Finks because you knew your opponents were playing Jund.
Oh, I'm here. Survival makes this nice.
It says survival with. This says good stuff. What do we survival for? We can survival or anything we want to.
Yeah. Thinking about like Bloodbraid.
Just turning that Wall of Blossoms into a Bloodbraid seems pretty fine.
Yeah. Maybe our opponent will give us some sort of news that, you know.
Nope, they're just going to play the same tap plan they did last time.
Sure.
So we could. Wall is like the obvious card to pitch.
Yeah.
But the advantage of pitching Finks is that we could cast the Wall. Now they're playing 4-color, it appears. We might pitch that Sundering Titan, honestly, because look at their mana base.
Yeah, their mana base is.
They had an Overgrown Tomb last time.
Well, I'm gonna get down.
Get down Finks first.
The other option would be like Wall of Blossoms into drawing a Tree Speaker and try to.
And then that would ensure that we could maybe Bloodbraid in the next few turns.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. This will give us a little bit more time, and it's a good attack on threat on turn 2 for certain.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, because Sundering Titan currently blows up 2 of our. No, it only blows up 1 of our lands, actually.
No, it blows up 2 because we can't choose Taiga as both.
Yeah. You would have to choose it as one or the other. So it blows up 2 of our lands and 1 of theirs.
It's not the worst. Okay, they're just like the Sundering Titan is at least looking better with that play.
Mm-hmm. So it's time to goodbye, Wall of Blossoms.
Yeah.
You're a filler card.
I think this is just grab Bloodbraid.
I believe this is grab a Bloodbraid Elf.
Yeah.
As they can't really counter it. Except I think they actually can, but I'll make sure.
Hey, Charles. We'll find a way to cast you soon, I'm sure.
Okay, if they disallow, they can counter either the Bloodbraid Elf or the Cascade trigger.
Okay, what do we know about our opponent?
Leovold. They had one other creature I can't remember.
Mesmeric Fiend.
Mesmeric Fiend.
Shit.
Could just name that Tarphead.
No, non-land.
Oh,
this is not, Pything again.
Pything Needle and this are so weird.
Yeah,
because Pything Needle can't name mana abilities, but can name lands.
Yeah. I guess I'm just gonna go with Chase the Mind Sculptor.
Chase the Mind Sculptor. Yeah, Chase.
Like that's the like generic,
that's the
right?
Name. Yeah. It's like,
see, the problem is their 4 colors is so far. I don't like.
Yeah, we have no accurate thing to correctly judge with, so we just have to guess.
Yeah.
Jace.
I see double blue. Like that's the best I have. Perhaps like again, that's a game 3 thing.
Oh yeah, they could definitely name Teferi. It's true. Okay, and they're gonna tar pit up.
Yes, please.
So my Stone Rain just guess was right.
Yeah.
Oh, are they playing Progenitus? Well, good luck casting that with their any mana base.
Oh
God.
Shit.
Oh god.
Okay. Memory jar?
Mind Twist. Okay. Little did they know we could barely cast any of these.
Yeah, so Obstinate Bailoff, huh?
Obstinate Bailoff seems good against Mind Twist, I'm gonna say. I guess we cast that.
Yeah.
But first we attack for 5. The old Dark Red into Mind Twist. Okay.
Sure. So, I want to learn more about our opponent's deck. What the hell are they doing?
5-color Mind Twist.
Oh, this rules.
We get to shuffle our cards back. We could discard. We could discard Kozilek. I think
and go grab Bloodbraid.
Yeah. Although, how the trigger stack in this, I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
You could even search up Kozilek if you wanted to. Discard Kozilek. Search for Kozilek.
Weird.
It's we get to cast Bloodbraid Elf again.
Yeah.
Please don't hit channel.
Or there's a couple whiffs here, but like some like Dismember or something like that is a whiff. But that's fine. That's in the bottom of our deck now, which we'll get to it later.
We can just do Kozilek's shuffle again. See, now they're under a lot of life total pressure.
Right, they're at 9. Oh, force it!
What do they pitch to force?
Blink of an eye.
Okay, so they pitched Blink of an Eye.
So they don't have double white to activate this. They can't, like... So we can get in for 5. Three cards left in hand. They've got double blue now. They can't play Jace. What do they have? 6? Wormcoil style effects? Oh, God.
Oh, no, is this...
What is going on? Okay. Thanks. Thanks.
Okay, so they were just... Okay, they're playing... Okay, they were a Storm deck. Okay.
Yeah.
They were a Storm deck playing Mind Twist.
Well, of course. I mean, you play Mind Twist in your Storm deck. Hell yes. Like if you're playing Mana Writs and like things like that, you absolutely positively include the card that just says, I don't know, you got nothing.
I was absolutely certain like our opponent was going to like twist her there.
They twist her. They twist her with it on the stack. They use their LED for triple blue, and
it's like
I'm fine with this.
This is fine against most decks.
I like Rex Sage a lot here.
Yeah.
Like this card again, as I've mentioned, basically everything has a target.
Got
yeah, basically everything has a target.
It's hard to kill top with Rex Sage, but
thanks.
Oh, we can time walk next turn.
If I want to explore, I can.
Yeah.
I kind of think I want
Get a scuds. Deploy the scuds.
to deploying skews.
Up. Okay,
Yep,
we're
yep,
gonna.
uh-huh.
I'll note there's no force spike in this cube.
There's Force Will. We saw that on Force.
They can also daze us, which is daze in the cube. If daze is not in the cube, I'll crap my pants. Yep, daze is here.
Oh,
See? Oh
shit.
god.
All right.
No, we're fine. No, we're good.
No, they're gonna grab
Unless,
Sundering Titan and blow up all my lands.
please don't be Sun.
It's gonna be Sundering.
No, god. Oh god, Tinker to jar. Still
Wait.
blow it up, right?
Well, yeah, because then they just get the char. Like, it doesn't do anything. That's
Yeah,
actually
jar doesn't
really
do
good.
anything. Yeah.
This is the best answer we could possibly have.
So they probably just let it happen. How many cards left in hand? 3?
3.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Okay,
I'm so happy we're holding. I told you this card's legit as hell.
Yeah, I love this card. Okay, Monetize is in it, but Monetize is a little hard to cast off island.
Sup? Oh, thanks. We get a free box. Sweet, I'll take it.
Yeah, they shouldn't have cracked the memory jar.
No, they just gave us a free box.
Yeah, it's not in this format. There's lots of zero mana stuff they can do.
Unless they have like something they want in their yard.
Or if they think they want to draw Force of Will. Speaking of yard, the jig's going to be a little bit up.
Brainstorm, Impulse, LED, Search for Tomorrow, Sneak Attack.
Okay, some kind of weird deck. You have to be Storm if you're playing LED, right? There's
no, they're using it
you can possibly do.
Yeah, I guess, but like,
because you can't LED with literally anything except not even Sneak Attack. Okay. Now here's a situation where we might cast that Time Walk.
There. Yeah.
Extreme Ways are back again.
Indeed. Okay.
Nothing, see ya. Like next turn we can Wormy.
Alternately, I can just like scoose some of their yard and get them for a lot of damage.
That's also fair. Like, do we want to okay, against one mountain, there's not a lot of sweepers they could have. We could also just press the advantage we have. Rather than like commit another guy to the board. That's probably fine.
I'm gonna go with that and then like use scoos to kind of eat up some of their resources.
Like, definitely get rid of their brainstorm and maybe their tinker just because of they're snappy. Okay.
How good is Time Walk? The singular most powerful card in the game. Like,
I'll agree with that to make the point.
well, okay, fine. One of the top, 4?
Yeah.
Out of 1,500 cards, that I feel like that's splitting a little bit of hair, but
okay, top 1% of all cards easily. Top 1/2%.
If you are making an ordered list of the cards in Magic and their like relative power, Time Walk as a card is probably in your top 5.
I'd put it in 3. Because number 1 is Black Lotus, number 2 is Recall. For me.
Yeah.
Then number 3 is Time Walk.
Yeah, extra turns are just Library is to me Library is more of a power 9 card than Time Twister. Let's be real.
Yeah, it certainly is.
I don't think I want to be casting Eureka in this matchup. Not gonna lie.
In the Sneak Attack mirror, yeah. Maybe they'll cast it for us. Okay, the card you're thinking of, Squirrel Token, was called in Beta Magic. You're actually mostly wrong. In Beta Magic, there were 2 cards. One of them was not Beta as in the expansion, but as in the game that Dr. Garfield used before Magic was printed. That was like printed on cardstock and had funny illustrations. There was Time Walk, which was the blue one. It
Yep.
costs 2 blue mana, take an extra turn. Then there was Iron Star, where 2 red mana. Target opponent skips their next turn. Only it was written dumber than that.
Right. Target opponent loses
Magic.
the next turn.
Yeah. So I believe it was called Iron Star. It might have been called Shatter Star, but I'm pretty sure it was Iron Star. So.
Sword was close.
I
think I'm okay with this.
A new Time Walk is probably okay. We can fill out our turns playing some tap lands if we want to.
Yeah. Our problem's going to be when we have 8 lands. Really? Oh, God.
Okay, Grim. What's up with our opponents, our weird storm opponents being on 5 or 6 colors? I count colorless as a 6th color. That was a pretty good explore. Because it generated 3 mana.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Nice card.
Idiot. Dumbo.
Owned.
Nice band colors. Were you Timur last game? So, you've said 8 lands. I hope you're right. Worst case scenario, we just start activating.
Yeah, I was just saying, Raging Ravine gets on next turn, so. Sure, Impulse.
Okay, when you think of the card Impulse, do you think of it as an impulsive action or as like a shockwave of force?
Like an action, I think, is this is. I don't think of anything physical from this card.
Yeah, this guy looks like he's being impulsive, like he's impulsively pulling out a scroll. The old lady Impulse looks like she's having a deep thought.
Let's
in we go.
Let's get in there.
We either die next turn or are doing pretty good.
Raging Ravine is red and green. That's a good one.
It's a little poem.
Yeah.
I love it when cards have art on them.
Yeah. Okay, opponent. So opponent has made it up to Grim Monolith mana times. So now we have to worry about like what are they gonna do with that? They don't have red. Wow, they're off their red, so they're just 5 color.
Yeah.
They might not be using the black from Signet. It might just be a Signet. This seems like a deck that care about colorless mana. Okay, this can no longer attack.
No longer attack, but we can just slam that Worm Coil and see if they force of will it.
Yeah.
Noble Hierarch, you are the most closest to being the 9th land that I'm gritting my teeth at having said we were done with 8 lands. You're extremely close to a land, young lady. Say young lady because I think she was born in like 2011. When was
2008 or so, like or 2009.
Maybe my time periods from that period are very foggy.
2009 to 2010 was Shards Block because that was when I was playing on the Pro Tour. That's literally the way I think about it. Academy, huh?
Oh God. Okay.
Wait, hold on.
Are you thinking about killing them with Dismember?
I think they're dead.
Yeah, we animate Rate Ravaging Ravine, we Dismember their Yav Elder, and if they don't counter this reanimate, they die. Did you ever think the first creature who would Dismember in this cube would be a Yavi Elder?
Another brainstorming to desperately find a counterspell for Dismember targeting Yavimaya Elder.
A creature with a sacrifice ability.
They do have a shuffle, which is also the real reason you want that. Oh my God. Okay.
Okay, they're sacrificing it to draw 3 cards.
Yeah, Yavimaya Elder is strong.
Yavimaya Elder is an excellent normal cube card.
pretty good. I think that the interaction with Brainstorm makes it a level beyond in this.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. But
So here's lethal. Do you have cryptic?
okay. Do you have cryptic command?
That does not look like cryptic to me.
Hey,
Hey!
you got there, kids.
Our journey has ended.
You know what never happened?
We never used sneak attack.
We never activated sneak
Sneak
attack. We just
The
we just channel. We channeled on turn 1 a fair number of times.
Yeah, we channeled on like 2 and 3 a lot. I think I really enjoyed our really, really dumb choice of channeling into like a Leovold when we obviously have a way of stopping it, but clearly we're not going to read. So
No, we wanted to win with our cards, so we were holding up the we're holding up our. I can't remember Caracas' name. Caracas, so that we could cast our 14 mana card again.
Right. So I could bounce it in case they went for a kill spell. That was literally what I was thinking.
We could have drawn sneak attack. It was fine.
Thank you, Histotron, for the sub. Please enjoy your slime and skull. I was wrong about Eureka. What happened with that Leovold loss? We could have used Caracas to bounce Leovold to draw 4 cards.
Which would have been better than what happened, but they were holding stone. They were holding no removal spells, so that they couldn't. They couldn't. They're probably holding stuff like, I'm gonna guess. You guess what they were holding. This would be the last thing we do.
Well, I was honestly thinking about maybe we do a second one of these if we've got time for it.
Sure, I got. But first we'll do our guess.
Okay, we got a guess.
My guess was Frantic Search. God, what's the card called?
Abrupt Decay.
Abrupt Decay is a good one.
I think they were holding a bunch of like conditional removal that couldn't kill it. Like they had Dismember, and they're like, well, that doesn't get dismembered.
What's Compulsive Research? Yeah, they were holding Compulsive Research.
Nice. All right, but yeah, I think we can do a second one of these
easily.
This is quick. We got our entry back, and like we started an hour earlier than my normal stream time, which means we kind of have a little bit of wiggle room. So let's do that. Give me a moment here to flicker the recording.
Thank God it was abrupt and not Assassin's Trophy. That'd